Hi guys, in this lecture we are going to explain about use context API. Okay, so for explaining use context, I have created a sample project my app. So inside this my app I have one src folder and a app.js file. Okay, so I have removed all the by default code in app.js file. Now my project is running on localhost 300. Okay, now if I try to add some text here, let's say what's happening. Yes, the text is printing here. So for explaining use context, I am going to use create context API to creating context. So for that one, what I am going to do here, I am going to just create two contexts here. Const, let's say name context. We can say name context. Okay. Now context is created using React dot create context. Okay. Also we are going to create email context. Okay, const email context. Clear? Now what I am going to do, I am going to create a provider for this one. What I am going to do here, just name context dot provider. So whenever you are creating a context, you should be always you should have two property. One is provider, then there will be a consumer. So provider will provide the value, consumer will consume that value. Okay, now what I am going to do here, I am just supplying my value. Okay, here just supplying my value shimil. Clear? And I am also going to add email context. Okay, before that one we can just create a component. Okay, let's say display component. Okay, display component here. Now I have to create this component. Okay, so I'm going to create one file here inside new file display.component.js. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a functional component here, import react from react. Okay, now const display component here. What I am going to do, I'm going to just add a return. Okay, now I'm just adding a div here. Clear? And I can just display component for now. Okay, I have to export this one, export default display component. Then I have to import that one, import display component from display component. Clear? Now I am going to just refresh my screen. We can say yes, render top. What is the issue? Yes, my display component is now displaying. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to consume the name value. We have supplied one value to this context. I have to consume this value in my child component, right? So what I am going to do here, I have to export this component, export const name context. Okay, now I am going to consume the value in the child component. Clear? So what I have to do here, I have to import that context, import. So here the context name is name context from app. Clear? Now what I have to do, I have to consume the value here, right? So inside this div, what I am going to do, I am going to consume the value. Okay, now what I have to do, consumer. Okay, so we can just say consumer. Clear? Now we inside this consumer we have to wrap this component. Okay, now the value is available in this consumer. So what we have to do, we have to put an arrow here. So user, what we have supplying values name, so we can just supply the value name here. So just creating a div here. Okay, inside this name I am going to display name which I have supplied from app.js file. Okay, now if I try to refresh, let's see, Shimil is coming in the child component. So I didn't pass my data as a prop drilling. I just created one consumer, one provider, and then I consumed by in the child component. Clear? So this is the one of the way of passing data from parent component to child component. You can pass any data from any component to any component using context. Okay, Now what I am going to do, I am going to add email context also here. So what I am going to do, I have to supply email context dot, sorry, dot provider. The value is what I am going to do, just adding one test at the rate gmail.com. okay, now here I am going to provide the value email. Clear? Now I have to use this email context in the child component, right? In the child component. So for that one, what I have to do, I have to export this context. Now I have to import that component here, right? So we have already imported one component name context. We can add email context also, right? Now what I am going to do, I am going to consume this value. So for that one, what I have to do, email dot context dot consumer. Clear? And wrap this inside this div. Clear? Now what we have doing right now, we have provided one name context, that is name context. We are consuming that value. Inside that we have added one more consumer, that is email consumer. Okay, now for that one, what I have to do, I have to consume the value. So we can just add email here. So inside this div the email will be available, so I can add a bracket. Now if I just add email here, the email value will be printed here, right? Yes, I can add a space in between them. Yes, simil and test. So we have created two contexts, name context, email context, and we have consumed that value inside display component. So the problem here, we have a very big nested JSX, right? So if you have a third context, it will be inside email context, and inside again we have to create a arrow of a curly bracket, then inside we have to consume. So it will make a very complex JSX. Okay, suppose I can demonstrate that too. If I want to create export cons set token context, okay, so just I'm going to create one more context here, create context created. Now I have to supply the value. So name context provider, I can supply a value ABC123. Let's say my token is ABC123. Just I have wrapped display component in text token provider. Oh, the spelling should be token. Okay. Now if I want to consume this value ABC123 inside display component, what I have to do, I have to import that this token context here. Clear? Now inside this one, okay, inside this div I have to consume that value like this consumer. Clear? And I have to wrap this div inside this consumer. Clear? Now here I can access the token value, token, okay, sorry, arrow function bracket. I have to put all this div inside that token consumer. Clear? Now I can access the value of token right now. Clear? Here I can just print the token. Now if I try to refresh, I can see my Shimil value is there, my name value, email value, and the token value is printing here, right? So whenever the context is increasing, this child component become more complex. So that's why they have introduced one more hook inside in React.js. So that is use context. Okay. So what I am going to do, I am going to declare use context here. So we can just declare use context. So there will be one more hook we are going to introduce, use context. So how I am going to use this one is, I am going to remove this old code. Okay. Now what I am going to do, I am going to just declare const name is equal to use context. Okay, use context. I can just add this context here. Okay, use context. I can just supply the context consumer here. Okay, and also I can just create email use context. I can just use this context directly inside the use context. Also I can just access the token value using use context. Okay, now just supply the use context here. Now if I try to print the value here, let's say what is coming. Okay, use email token. Okay, so if I try to refresh, see, I can see all the values printing. Okay, so I can just print here name, email, token. Clear? See, so we have removed all the context, all the consumer which we have created last time. Okay, so this was the previous code. If I just control that, this much code we have just rewrited using use context. So for that one, what I had to do, const name, I have to use the use context and supply the context which we are exporting from app.js. Okay, then also you can just replicate for email and token, then supply the corresponding context here. Okay, then this should be token context. You can directly print the value here, token and email. Now if I refresh, I can see the same values I can consume here. So we have removed this much complex JSX using use context. So this is the use of use context. You can easily use your context in different component using use context hook directly. Clear? Okay, so we can jump into the next lecture.